YouTube, we are back, and what we've got for you today is my full 20-0 custom tactics for you, starting off with the defensive, and it is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And YouTube, these custom tactics do work on both new gen and old gen, so you don't need to ask me that in the comments. Well, you can if you want, but yeah, they do work on both new gen and old gen. But before we get started, guys, if you want to drop a like on today's video for me, drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button to my channel, and hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. That'd be brilliant. And also, check out Loot Roper's website, loot9077.com, link down in the description below to his website. Use the code WOLF20 at the checkout for 20% off everything on the website. So, the 4-1-2-1-2 YouTube, this is what I start off with. So, I go into my defensive straight away. The 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is back, YouTube. So, I have Puskas and R9 up front. Pele in at that cam position, Mbappe on the right, Hullet on the left, Kante, CDM. Now, the custom tactics that I use with my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow are like so. So I do play balanced. And what balance does give is a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. So, like what I like to say with my custom tactics, YouTube, I like to find my happy medium G spot. And once I find that, we run a mile with it. So balance works best for me. The width, I like to have it on 45, but I have now upped it to 47. I find 47, I know it's a very random number, but I do find 47 width to probably be the best, really. So that's kind of like what I like the most. The depth I then do play on 55. I've been and ahhing, but YouTube, with the depth, anywhere from like 45 up to 65, you're onto a winner, really. For me at the moment, though, they're the two numbers I'm rocking, 47 and 55. The offense, I am now playing balanced and balanced. You know I have been a big believer of the direct passing, but again, with the latest patch that's just dropped, I'm not particularly enjoying the direct passing again, YouTube. I'm not. I don't know what's happened. They keep patching my direct passing and I don't like it. So we are back to balanced and balanced. The width I do leave on 50. I never really touch the width too much. I kind of like just to leave it as it is. I then do play on 7 players in the box. 7 players in the box for me when I'm playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is the best. I seem to score a lot more goals when I'm playing on 7 depths. So that's why I use it. And then, of course, last but not least, YouTube, if you're going to take anything from this video, lower your corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Trust me on that. Player instructions in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I have both my strikers on getting behind and stay forward. Remember, I use this straight away. This is the custom tactics I use from minute 1. I then do have stay forward and get into the box for cross on my cam. My left centre mid is on completely default settings apart from cover centre. That's the only thing I put on my left centre mid. And that is exactly the same as my right centre mid. So my right centre mid is on completely default, same as my left centre mid, but then have him on cover centre on the defensive position. My CDM, obviously my team of the year, Kante, is then on stay back while attacking and cover centre. My left back is then on stay back while attacking, and that is the same as my right back. And then last but not least, my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So that is the formation that I use straight away from minute 1. To then see out a lead, YouTube, I then do switch up into my ultra defensive tactics. If I go 1-2-0 up kind of thing, I will then switch up into my 4-2-3-1. And try and just see the game out. If we go 2-3-0 up, my opponent isn't going to get the ball and we're just going to keep it and part of that bust kind of thing. So 4-2-3-1 like so. R9 up front, Pele, Puskas and Mbappe. And then of course Kante and Hullet as my 2 CDMs. The custom tactics I use with this. Remember YouTube, this is for seeing out a lead kind of thing. So it isn't the most offensive and attacking kind of custom tactics that you're going to see for the ultra defensive. So balanced on the defensive style. I don't really like drop back, if I'm being honest. I don't like it. I don't think it's very effective. It's not the way that I want to play FIFA, and it's just not something I enjoy. The width, I then again do have on 45, but I have now upped it to 47, so I do now play on 47 width. Random, I know, but when you find something that works, YouTube, you just keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? You just keep running that mile with it, and it will work. Trust me. The depth, remember, we are seeing the lead out at this point, so I have lowered the depth down to 45. Even though we are seeing the lead out, I never like it too deep kind of thing. I don't want to invite too much pressure on. So at the moment, I do just have it on 45 and it works well. Balanced and direct passing. I have the direct passing on at this point because even though I don't think it is as effective as previous like patches, we do still want to have that attacking threat on the counter attack, and I do want my players to bomb forward quite quickly. So I do have it on direct passing like so. The width, 53. Random, I know, but like I always say with the numbers, when you find something that works, use it. So 53 width. Players in the box, I've lowered all the way down to 4. Remember, we don't really need to score many goals at this point. And then again, YouTube, if you're going to take anything from the video, lower the corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Player instructions on the 4-2-3-1. I've getting behind on my striker. That is it. All 3 of my cams are on comeback on defence and get into the box for cross. Very important that you do have them on get into the box for cross and come back on defence. Very, very, very important. Both of my 2 CDMs, YouTube, and then on stay back while attacking and cover centre. Even my route stay back while attacking. Remember, this is my ultra defensive. So, last but not least, YouTube, both my fullbacks are on stay back while attacking. That is it. And then, of course, my goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So, they're my 2 defensive formations, although my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is what I use straight away from minute 1 kind of thing. What do I then use for my attacking? My attacking is the tried and trusted 4-2-2. Such a good formation this year, man. So good. So remember, this is attacking. This is where I don't feel like I'm creating anything in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. That's when I switch up into the 4-2-2. So, balance on the defensive style. I don't really change that ever. 50 on the width. This is where it does get interesting though, YouTube. I do now play 58 on the depth. Remember, this is an attacking custom tactic. So, this is when I'm not really creating much in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So, I then feel like I need to just up the ante a little bit. You know, my opponent's defending well. He's doing stuff that I don't like. So, we've gone into the 4-2-2. We want to up the depth. So, I do play 50 and 58. The offense, balanced and, of course, direct passing. Even though I've said it's not as good as before, it still is probably the best one out of the lot. So, in my opinion, again, it is attacking. We do want to create as many opportunities as we can. So, balanced and direct passing. King Bob is your uncle. Width, again, 57. Random, I know, but it works. So, that's why I use it. Okay, it works. It's weird, and that's why I use it. And then, of course, the players in the box, again, we have on 7. This is where it gets interesting, though. On my attacking, I do then have my corners and free kicks pushed up to 3 and 3, like the default, because we want to end of the day, we do want attacking. So, YouTube, both my strikers are on getting behind. That is it. It's the only thing I put on my strikers, okay? My ram and my lamb, even though it is attacking, I do still want to have that defensive solidity a little bit. So I do have my lamb and my ram on comeback on defense and get into the box for cross. Both my CDMs, YouTube, are then on completely default settings, but I will then have the more defensive ones. So for example, Team Nia Kante on stay back while attacking and cover center. And then of course my route just completely default apart from cover center. Stay back while attacking on my fullbacks, and then of course comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So they're the main 3, YouTube. And then we have this custom tactic here, just for really when we are just completely YOLO. This is complete YOLO, okay? So don't ever use this until like the last 15-20 minutes of a game. It's the only time I'd recommend to use it. The 4-3-1-2, there it is, YouTube. Constant pressure, 50 width, 100 depth. Remember, it's complete YOLO custom tactics. Fast build-up, forward runs. You want everyone forward. We want everyone forward, including the dog. You know, we want Hugo in the box. We want everyone forward, man. We want everyone forward at this point. 50 width, max players in the box, max corners, max free kicks. Remember, we are YOLOing it at this point. Player instructions, both of my strikers on getting behind and stay forward. Very important that you have them on getting behind. My cam is then on stay forward and get into the box across. My middle centre mid, completely default with then cover centre. My left centre mid, get forward and get into the box for cross. And that is exactly the same as my right centre mid. Get forward, get into the box for cross and cover centre. Both my fullbacks are on join the attack and overlap. And then last but not least, my goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there, YouTube, is my full 20-0 custom tactics for you guys. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to drop a like on the video for me. Drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button to my channel and hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. Remember, guys, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.